stitch and chat at that. But yeah, been having a bit of a rough time lately. So I'll talk about it. Let's set this up so I can see what's going on. I can see what you can see, which okay. Now, I just thought if I moved this over a bit better and moved it further over in the frame, you could probably see that better. But what I have been doing is, see if I sit this up here like I did last time and try and move that over a bit and sitting one end on the table, one end up there, we can get a better view. So I think last time I talked to you, I had just about finished the pumpkin. I finished that green bit there, then there's another darker green in there. So I've done some of the lighter green, some of this fencing, the flower, and I've been working on the moon. So what this one is okay, image. I do have the light on, so yeah, I'm working in this area up here. So I'm working on this moon in here now, and I've still got the castle to do and border, and so this will still take me a while working on this part. So been stitching just to try and relax. I'm getting into stitching more than I am in my other crafts, but I just watched Spicy Cat Colours do a destash. I need to do another destash myself. Whenever I got depressed, I bought a colouring book. Well, more than a colouring book, a few, too many. And now I'm overwhelmed by colouring books. I'm overwhelmed by supplies, and I've done 2 destashes so far overall. I would like to do another one because I have somewhere else where I can take the books to. I just have to stop buying things. My finances can't keep up. I just don't have the space, especially if I'm planning on moving. As I said last time, I do want to get more into my cross stitching. Let's see if I can cross stitch like this, shall we? Try and get my hand underneath. See if I push that over, I can get in under there. So, yeah, my son is now just turned 17. So we were planning on buying him, I was planning on getting him a car. I gave him $500 towards it. He's saving the rest up himself. So he went and looked at this car. He wanted $2,000 for it. We talked him down to $1,500 because we knew work needed to be done on it. But we didn't realise this because I'm not mechanical. I didn't realise how much work needed to be done on it. And it seems it's a lot more than what we thought. So it rained last night, and because the windscreen isn't sealed properly, water got in. So we've put a tarp over it for the moment because it looks like it's going to rain again. I do know a mechanic who will take a look at it for me. But yeah, to see actually how much it will actually cost to fix it, I don't know, it's overwhelming when it comes to sort of think about how much money it costs to spend on it. That is also can be overwhelming. I mean, how much is too much to the point where it's not worth it? But then it's an old car. It's a 1995 model Mazda 626. I don't know, they call different cars different things in different countries. But he wants to be a mechanic. So I thought, in a way, if we can get it to the point where he can drive it and get it registered, then any other work he can learn to do himself if he wants to be a mechanic. So ultimately that's the goal, is to just get it so we can get it so it can be registered and it's drivable so he can save up money and do what work we wants to do with it and all that sort of stuff. But I don't know, it made me feel a bit stupid and useless because I bought a car that needed so much work done on it. I'm very good at putting myself down. I do have people around me who do put me down and make me feel guilty, and it works. Makes me feel bad and guilty about making a bad decision. But it's also not the end of the world either. But if I keep talking about this, I'm going to get teary. I do not want to do a stitch and chat and get teary. So I'm going to cross stitch. I'm going to talk, just hang out for a bit. The idea is to make other people feel good, not feel bad. Push this light back a bit. Hopefully I get out of your road a little more. I am stitching white on this navy blue at the moment. Well, I'm just talking. I'm not actually stitching. I do find it hard to do the black on it, so I'm doing it in bits and pieces. So the fence line is black, and then there's black cats and a black owl and things up through here, but I'll get there. I do want to do some colouring. Oops, we're moving because I haven't got it particularly stable at the moment. And I'll drop the pattern. Hang on a second. Pick it up. Pick up the pattern. I will have to try and work out a better way of doing this. I know that. But still, just coming on and just for briefly, just to give you a chat, give you a bit of an update on what I'm doing and what's going on. The realities of life. Life isn't perfect. Nobody finds it easy. We all have our issues. We all have our struggles. There is not a single person out there in the world who doesn't have their struggles, whether it be physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, and all the other lees we could think of. It just is what it is. Talking to a friend, and when I presume in the caveman days, we all had our support like a village, people get together and they all help each other. We live in these squared little boxes. Yes, in a way we're safe, but the other side of it is we're not safe because lots of things can be hidden behind those, in those square little boxes, whether it be abuse. There's less support, there's less help, unless we reach out to get it. Last night I watched a documentary on Chris Watts, and it talked about the abuse and his behaviour, and it's true. You don't know what a person's like behind it, what happens behind closed doors. And really, in a way, these little square boxes that we have got ourselves in, we think they keep us safe, but really they don't. All they do is trap us with the predators, with the people who are hurting us the most. Yeah, I did plan on doing videos where I could just, be happy and make other people happy, but that's not the reality of life. The reality of life is that we all have our struggles. And in a way, it's nice to know that you're not the only one. Whether it's the phrase misery loves company or what it is, but yeah. We all do the best we can, and we all need help at some point. Yeah. So at the moment, things feel like it's a big struggle. Before, when I used to struggle, I used to try and keep it to myself. I wasn't going to come on and do YouTube videos because I was feeling bad, but I'm giving myself permission to come on and talk even when I feel bad. Okay, what am I up to next row? Okay, trying to get my head together. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, after that row. So I'll go up and do the same again. Let's see about tucking that under there again, because I need to get a little bit closer to keep track of what I'm doing. So I'll set that pattern there. Okay, it looks like you can still see what I'm doing. If I move this over a fraction, then I'll push that leg over there. I think I can get to it and you can still see what I'm doing, I hope. I have to turn my desk fan on too. It's muggy because it's going to rain. Rained a lot last night. Looked at Sean's car this morning and got the towels out to get the moisture out of it. Covered it up with a tarp to keep the rainwater out of it now. Going to get a phone call tonight from a person I know who's a mechanic. He also registers cars, so we can ask him what needs to be done to be able to get it registered. It's still got another month's rego on it, so we've still got time to get it done without the rego dropping out and having to get other slips done to get it passed. So we'll see what we've got. We've got a month, just under 4 weeks, to get the car right, to get it passed for registration. So we'll see what we can get done in that time. Keep looking at my laptop and keep shuffling it over a little bit. I'm just thinking if I move you for a second instead of moving the frame, and I'll see if that gives you a better view of what I'm doing. Get that light out of the road a bit. Okay. Now if I shuffle that way more, no, that won't work. Just to try and work it out with where you are, so you can actually see what I'm doing, because that's important. No good being here if you can't see what I'm doing. So it's Friday. We'll see what happens on the weekend. Decided to go, I'm not cooking tonight. I went to take it easy on myself. But other than that, nothing's changed because it hasn't been that long since I talked to you. Other than that, I watched that Chris Watts documentary. That was good. I have watched Spicy Cat Colours do her colouring book destash, and I do want another one. I do want to do another one of me when I'm ready, because I know somewhere else I can take colouring books to. And what she said does make sense. It is better somebody colours them in than them sitting in my cupboard and in my hoard for years. And I've got loads of cross stitching that I want to do. I'm not getting rid of any cross stitching stuff, and that in itself will be enough to keep me occupied. Plus I have the diamond paintings I have already. I'm not buying any more. Working through my yarn, and at this point I can't see myself buying any more for a long time. I've gone nearly 2 months and haven't bought any of colouring books or diamond paintings or yarn, and I feel quite comfortable with it. There's been times when I've thought to look, but no, I'm not going to look. I don't need it, and I need the money for other things. I need to get hold of my mood and my emotions and find other ways to cope other than buying things, because it's just impractical. So yeah, I get here 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 1 and do 6. This has got some 3/4 stitches in it. Oh, sorry, still school bus. Look at the time. So I didn't even think of, because I don't have kids going to school, I didn't even think of the school bus coming through. So, Sean wanting to be a mechanic, he's got some more of the high school stuff to finish, so he's going to do that at TAFE, which is our adult education, so he can do that for 4 months and get finish what he wants to get done, and then he can look at the mechanic stuff, and he'll be able to practice on his own car. So I have to not worry, not think negatively, just try and think of the positives and what we can do rather than what we can't do. It's just so easy to fall back into old habits that I just have to try and, try and get my head together is the term I use. Get my head together, get my thoughts in order, and think the way that's going to help, not think in ways that's going to cause myself any distress. And I need to get away from people who cause me distress, who put me down, who just come up with lots of negatives. And I have a lot of wonderful people around me who come up with positives. I need a drink. This is what I'm drinking at the moment. Waterford's light and fruity Tahitian lime. It's on special at the supermarket. Really nice. I really like it. So while it was on special, I thought I'd get some of those. I'll pour myself some more into a glass. Good thing I don't drink alcohol, or else I'd be drunk by now. Oh, I never have been drunk. Don't want to get there. I've seen too many drunks in my lifetime to ever be one. I mean, I've said this before. How can a person think, oh, I had a good time, spent half the night throwing up over a toilet, but I must have had fun. Okay, yeah, right. Sorry, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But maybe I try and think of things too logically. Anything's possible. I do have another subscriber, which is amazing. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm sorry I can't pronounce your name. I really am. Let's just have a look. 89 subscribers now. I think that's awesome. I thought I would do a giveaway if I reach 100 subscribers. I mean, if I do, that would be amazing. And I thought what I would do is just give away one of my completed cross stitches. I don't have the money to post a lot, and I do want to do it sort of wherever in the world. So I thought rather than posting something heavy or anything like that, I just thought I'd post a completed cross stitch. If you think that's a good idea, just let me know. But yeah, 89, a whole lot more than I was expecting. That's for sure. I never planned for this to be a big channel. I don't know, it might sound weird, but I don't know, the bigger the channel, I feel the more people, the more expectations. And I'm not polished with anything. I don't do anything neatly or whatever. I just get in and I just do what I enjoy. No, I don't like that word expectations. People can be mean, people can be cruel, people can expect so much. Okay, school bus is on. I think that's the noisy patch. I am enjoying the white on this because it's really easy to see. I'm not keen to go back and work on the black on it, but I'll get it done. I thought I'd get this section completed first. This bit in here, yeah, this part around there that I haven't done there is beading with white beads, and because I'll need to roll it to work on the bottom bit, I'll have to leave that till last because I don't want the beads to squash around the frame, and I imagine that's what they do, so I'll have to wait to do that. Okay, so we've got a 3/4 stitch in there because that's the ears of the owl. Okay, so if I'll slip that into there, I think. And I'm just going to get my hand in your way for a sec, just so I can wiggle that into the middle of that square. So I know I've got a 3/4 stitch in there. And then I've got to do 3, and then there's another 3/4 stitch. I'll do the other side of the stitch with the black when it comes through to do the black. I'll bring that down here. Okay, so the other 3/4 stitch. I'll get my hand in the way again. Is in there. And then I've got to do 4. I need to come up in here. Oh. Okay. So I think I'll do all of this white in here, and then I'll have some more of the colours to do in the middle, and I think I'll leave that black until last, and that'll be easier to see then where I have to go. And then I missed 2. I think I'll just go back from that and get the other bits later. I'll finish up that row of what I've done there now. And then I might head off because actually stitching this way is giving me a bit of a backache. I'm not exactly in the best position. But I've checked in with you, let you know what's going on, see what I'm up to with this one. I know they're not long stitch and chats, but I think it's important to let you know that you're important and keep you updated on everything. Yeah, the main thing with the car at the moment is it seems the windscreen's not sealed properly. So we're going to have to, and there's a bit of rust in there. So I'm going to have to get that sorted, because it's no good if the inside of the car is going to keep getting wet. But I've got someone ringing tonight who can help me with it. So I'll talk to him tonight, and if you want to, I can keep you updated on the car saga. And this might be, I think this will be an ongoing saga at this rate. So I'm going to finish off this thread. Then I'm going to head off because I'm going to have to put this frame back in a spot where it doesn't give me a backache. Okay, flipping this over, running this thread through and cutting it off. Oh, you're careful, you're seeing my backside. There you go. Yeah, that's what the backside looks like at the moment. I'm going to go. I'll do some stitching till it's time to go, and we'll go get some chips and chicken for tea because that doesn't cost much, and that'll keep the boys fed. And if you want, I will keep you updated with everything. So yeah, that's how the stitching's going at the moment. I'm progressing. I'm happy with it. And just rubbing my fingers along it. I like the feel of it. I really do. I like the feel of areas that has been completed. It feels good. And I like the lacy effect of the white. So be well and take care. And if you want me to keep doing these, let me know because I can do that. Anyway, bye.